pulling off.
Mr. Ray pulling off. It's been a hell of a weekend.
Well, that didn't happen all weekend, and all of a sudden...
We can't win. We don't miss. We can't win.
Okay. I think we're done now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good weekend. We pulled it. We pulled it in the trailer, which is always a good sign. We lost though. We had a knife in a gunfight. We didn't come down here expecting to win at all. It's just some testing. So, got some stuff to work out for sure. We need to change some stuff.
Yeah, you guys are going a lot faster than that truck's been. So, we're trying to.
Yeah.
You know, and then that comes with problems.
Put 270.
Joe's car?
Well, we put 275s on. Well, actually, last Sunday, just a rewind, the heads weren't even on it.
Right.
And we got it running.
Y'all seen the video.
Like, we actually showed up to the racetrack without a running truck because the starter took a shit when he went to. So the next day, the starter to the track. And long story short, he left the truck down here from Bradenton. We raced at Bradenton about 4 weeks ago. He left it down here at Ray's house, Maximus. I flew down a little early and got the heads back on it, intake on it, got it running, and here we are. But we also changed from a dual set of injectors to big singles.
Yep.
From a 315 to a 275, so it's really just testing a lot. You know, we're faster against the wall, and I'm trying to make what we can out of it. So.
Yeah. So, you know, Jason's got a humble setup, y'all. He ain't no Jeff Bezos. Remember that.
No. So. We're running out of fuel pump too, so we couldn't crank it up like we wanted, but figured that out too. So. Yep. Yeah, Brian's car on the other hand won a personal best 370. Man, I was really hoping to go 60s. He barely went red in E2. I mean, I'm talking like
barely.
We'll put a clip in there.
Steve will slow it down.
Barely, like he was just in too deep on the tree. And he went like 020 red, but like the other car and him pretty much left identical. The other car was just in more shallow.
It happens, man. Y'all, if y'all been following the channel, you know it happens.
So I think we could have won it with Brian's, really. But you know, it's car racing, so I'm glad he won at 70.
Yeah,
that's hauling ass. On a little 28-inch tall tire. You know, we're gonna have a busy year this year. Yeah, we're gonna be busy for sure. Man, Jason over there packing up. I'm gonna talk to him for y'all. Y'all get to know him a little bit. Woo! Look at this guy. He moves at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Woo! Gotta get it done. So talk to him, Jason. Talk to him. Who are you? Where'd you come from, man? The story behind the truck.
Jason Unch. Had the truck a long time. It has gotten completely out of control. Showed some ugly this weekend, but we got it figured out.
We're gonna go back home and then
regroup.
Yep.
Go back home, regroup, get things figured out. Do some upgrades. We know we need some fuel. So we learned a lot. Learned a lot this weekend. Got to that threshold. You know, the more you do, you find thresholds, and we found one with the fuel system. But I think we did the right thing by just backing it off.
Yeah, keeping it alive.
Making rounds, you know, not hurting it. I think it was a good weekend for what we went through to get here.
Yeah, exactly. You know? They know. Look, they seen it, man.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. That was sketchy.
Honestly, nothing will surprise me anymore. We've had a rough couple months on this fucking whole down.
Yeah, for real. So, yeah, y'all be careful. Can happen to anybody. If you're making real power, be careful.
Take it off the dyno. we call it there.
Yeah. They ain't gonna let this stop him. He'll still be racing.
No, we'll go and still.
Yep,
We
yep,
got
yep.
a fucking Steel Joe's intake. But
Steel Joe's intake.
Ziploc bag or something.
He'll be good. Yeah, I got you, buddy.
All the carnage, you know, to get parts down. Ray at Morton Collision has Maximus. You know, he did his part. He threw a bunch of stuff together for me.
Shout out to Ray.
Painted it.
Great dude.
Alec down here is away from his shop, racing with me. I don't know what he's thinking.
He's a crazy cat there.
He is. I'm thankful.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Look,
mean,
man, we appreciate
worked
you
hard.
too.
Don't look at me sideways when I said we got to put pistons in it. We didn't have to do that, but
Yeah, we didn't have.
I got no quit.
He shipped a box of parts down to Georgia. We got here Sunday and started opening up the box. I'm like, there's a rod and a piston in here, man. What are you thinking?
Here yet, he's like,
Well, I don't know what he's got planned, but
Yeah.
the thing is rolling. It's going faster than it's ever gone, and you're going to find things that
Weak links.
that are weak, you know, or not adequate for the speed.
Yep.
That's something.
intake held on.
Yeah, the intake stayed
held on.
Keith Ray, big shout out to Keith Ray at Wonder Racing. He put 2 pounds of aluminum in that thing to put it together.
Yeah, yeah.
And we stuck it on. You know, Frankenstein's working with us to get something better for on there. So
Yeah, yeah. So shout out to them too. because
Shout
they've
out
been
to them,
cool. Look,
man.
hey, no
They're-
shade thrown at them.
nope, they're standing. They're standing tall in my book. I mean, they're doing what's right. We found something weak, and they're doing what they're doing to make it a better product. So
Yep.
things happen in racing. You start going certain speeds, and you find things that are going to break.
Yep.
For sure.
So yeah, it's been a good weekend, man.
It has.
You're badass.
It's fun. It's addictive.
Yep, yep. Until next time, man. Y'all stay tuned.
How we doing? She's pretty.
Yeah. Oh, and he's got the Heims.
These things are used to go 0.90 60 foots in pro mods, so they'll work in these.
Okay. So I'm back.
Yes.
I've been gone for a little bit. Al's gonna show us here his little stage 4 C7 project he's working on right now.
Yep.
With the 4 fuel system. You know, we like to kind of give y'all we just want to give y'all more of an example of what to expect when you come here for a build.
Got a stage 4 package. Yeah, this is like the basic rundown of how you could set up a C7 4 kit.
Yes.
Obviously everything is in the trunk on these.
Yeah, so let me show them here. Here you have your wires.
So you got the harness coming through.
all tied down.
And then this comes out like maybe 5 inches over from the tank, and then there's a hole that you could feed through right to the tank, so it's easy to get to.
Yeah.
And then I made this little bracket, mounts these existing studs for the controller.
Sucks. You got a flashlight?
Yeah, I got a flashlight.
Grab a flashlight.
The bracket and the controller mounted nicely, and everything just tidily run through the trunk.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Everything ran just like you would if you were doing something.
got your fuse, everything easy accessible. Just
Yep.
pop the cover off, you can get to everything.
Yep. Yep.
And
everything on display, easy to identify, easy to track.
yeah, I try and do that with these because you could really go all over the place with one of these
Yeah,
kits. Like
I've
just
seen
because it's
it.
a nice kit, people don't like this one right here. I had to redo all the wiring. We might get a clip of this one
Yeah,
too.
you
but-
actually did. Do you have pictures of the before?
Yeah, I should have them on my phone. We can
Because
put some clips in. Because
that one
literally,
that one was just.
imagine all the trunk panels being in this. The wires were coming up over top of the carpet and just sitting in the trunk, like they weren't even hit or nothing.
Yeah,
They even had the controller mounted on the outside of the carpet too, which is kind of, yeah.
And that's a
Everything-
nice car.
Well, yeah, it's a nice car, and you paid for a fuel system. You should get a nice install.
Yeah.
And then that continues on. I can pick it up a little bit.
There you go.
Continue on underneath the car. If you know anything about vets, fuel tanks are a pain in the ass to get to, and they tuck up. There's a cubby on each side, each tank. It's this loosely installed right now, but this is up on the driver's side. That's where like the main fuel pumps are, and everything comes through this hole. It's like this little bulkhead. So you got your wiring. This is going to go all the way to the front. This is for the hop switch, so that's going to run under the side skirt. A return line going to the tank, and then this is the feed going to the filter with our nice little bracket that we got. Carson can whip those up pretty easily. Like, you don't have to relocate no modules or nothing. It literally just bolts the 2 existing studs that are already there. and it just makes it nice and tidy. Everything's up. Like once you put the fender liner up, it's nice and tight. It's not near a wheel.
And look at my man here, loomed.
Everything's loomed. Even though it's going through a rocker, you still want to loom your wires.
Look at that. This is how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
So, you know, these aren't cheap fittings on this fuel system.
No.
This is stuff that you can't just go to anybody and have installed and done this way. You know,
Like
we put a lot of work. We put a lot of work in just to get to this point. So, you know, there's a reason why you come to us, and you know, you deal with us.
Like we've seen wiring come in going through rockers without loom on it. Yeah, you might think it's protected in the loom. I mean, in the rocker, but we found broken wires all the time.
Sometimes stuff gets pinched in between. Maybe you're jacking the car up and it gets pinched.
it gets pinched or something.
Sometimes that loom is the only thing that's going to save you from having a screwed up wire and having to do some work. So,
for instance, on this one, I could show you the fuel filter. Hold up, we can walk over here. It's up in the air. Like, you see it sitting in here. The filter is just, you know, just chilling in there. Like, really, none of this stuff's secure. Like, you see all the wiring up there. I'm gonna tidy that up too.
yeah, just look at this, yo.
Like that's
This is the difference.
that's a 4 kit.
This is the difference. This was an
Nothing.
an expensive, just as expensive as anything else. And you know, it's just that right there might be, you know, the guy who could do it cheaper. Sometimes it's the guy who did it for just as expensive, but
Yeah.
you know, we're not going to talk about that. You know, any car that's getting the fuel system's getting legit stuff. We don't play about. We don't want nothing catching on fire.
Yeah, we don't zip tie, no fuel pressure regulators, none of that. We don't do none of that stuff.
No. So, you know, just
Everything
remember,
gets paint marked so you know it's tight.
That's all right. Look at Bob back out in the mix. That's unfortunate. He got moved up front and came right back down in the trenches with us. Unreal.
Insane.
Unreal. I see you knee deep in some shit.
Yeah.
What you got there, man? That's not, I mean, that's not some bullshit you got right there. Like, this is the real deal right here. I mean, it's a little dark over here, but.
Right, let's belt it. Not just throw it in.
Didn't you say he's got like everything powder coated to go with this?
I mean, this motherfucker got the water pump, alternator.
Everything's powder coated. Wow, dude.
Got a lot of wires.
This might just be nicer than the green car.
Green car will have something like this year, but not. It'll be less than this, but we'll have something going on, I guess. Oh, you check this out. Show us.
Look, young Fuzzard is very proud of this.
Oh, I like it.
He likes this. He likes this. Holly, you need to send the boy a t-shirt. TVMs, of course.
The 4 kit's starting to go in. Tank's in for good now.
You still got the 4 kit going in?
Yep. It's sitting all the way. I just kind of.
Okay, yeah. So, got the 4 system going in on this unit. You know, Fuzz, like always, doing it real. Look at that.
Regulators right here. It's mounted already.
Look at that, y'all.
There's too many zip ties right now.
That's okay. I see you getting it buttoned up. You're getting there buttoned up. All the arms. It's got all the arms, mensers, everything. So you can see we got basically the entire car out of the damn thing. So this is
That's how it showed up.
the full build.
Yeah.
This is somebody that's getting
This is
the
everything.
entire car done. Dude, he even heat wrapped inside the hood.
Yep.
Cool beans.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm not trying to get in your way too much, but I just wanted to get a close up. I didn't really show you guys as much yesterday, but yeah, this is gonna be a real gangster setup. So, good morning, yeah.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are we?
You doing alright? Doing alright.
We got a CT5 in for
Headers and our cooling mods.
headers and cooling mods.
He already has a ported blower. We put it on, say like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe.
Yeah. Now he's gonna get some cooling mods
Oh,
still.
and then sent the ECU and TCU out.
Okay,
to get,
okay. So he's getting the whole.
It's gonna have a tune on it now. I mean, I think it made 630 with just a ported blower, no tune. I think it baseline like 590 something, maybe 600. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I made pretty good power.
This is our first one doing headers on, so.
Yeah, because we still haven't. I don't think we still haven't gotten the headers on defects.
No, we need to get them back in because we need to check them cats because
Yeah.
we don't want to clog up the cats on that thing.
Heat exchangers in.
Yep.
Looks good as always.
Pretty cut and dry install.
Yeah, this is a nice car. Simple setup. Yeah, it's got pulley, but you know, nothing major. Anything else? Stock intake, stock throttle body. So, from what we know, they do make good power with those.
Even if you don't want to spend the money on a tune, just doing a ported blower, it'll wake it up. Yeah. I figure while the tank's getting powder coated, I might as well start on the headers because the first one, it's definitely like more in depth than like a 6th gen. The exhaust isn't as like cut and dry. Like, so normally in the 6th gen, you just cut the connection pipes like right where the cats were, and you put like a little splice pipe. This one, you got to like actually drop the whole exhaust and like splice in a section of exhaust. So it's a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then there's like, I don't know, show people if they want to do this at home, to keep in mind you got a harness right here. See, there's a harness right there.
Yeah.
A couple harnesses actually. And if you know anything about the 6th gens, on the passenger side, some of them, the harnesses have a little bit of slack in them and they'll get close to the header and people melt them and then they have a bunch of problems like ABS,
redo their
misfires. Some people have had to actually replace the whole harness.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to go in and redo
it's not fun.
Section of wire.
We've had a couple come in from other shops. I mean, a couple shops that do it, and people are like, "Yeah, I've had this weird issue ever since I got my headers done." And you look down there, and sure enough, the harness is melted. So this is closer than that harness. So this is going to be definitely something to take care of while you have the manifolds out.
Yeah, you definitely.
So I'm going to see if Cooks
about that.
See if Cooks has anything in their instructions about it for these. I'm sure they do have some kind of heat wrap or something, or tell you to like secure it farther away. But yeah, that's definitely something that if you didn't know what you were doing and you just put the headers on, you'd melt the harness instantly. So, got the headers installed and the full exhaust minus the muffler. So if you do, I don't know how the other brands are, but we mainly just deal with Cooks. It's gonna come with the headers and a full, basically from header back to here system, which is nice. I'm assuming it's because the stock system, if you look at it, is basically some weird bend. Like, I don't know, it'd just be weird just to make connection pipes for that. So, and it's two different styles. Like, one's a flange and one's a slip joint. So they figured they just replaced the entire system.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
I mean, it was nice. They label all the pieces, so you know you don't guess. I mean, I get plenty of exhaust where you're like, I think I know where this goes, and you like say like this pipe, you put this pipe upside down or something because you didn't know which way.
That is one thing that is nice about Cooks. They do label all their pieces, which is always nice, so you know what's going on.
We'll see what the power gains are looking like.
So hopefully we'll get defects in soon and get a set on his, but
mainly for health inspection too, because you want to make sure the cats aren't clogging up.
Yeah, but if I can get a better angle for you guys here.
Nice symmetrical exhaust.
Everything fits good. Everything's clearance good. Didn't have to custom beat anything down. Didn't have to cut nothing. Everything good. So
there's a nice routing for the O2s. You can just zip tie them right there.
Yep.
Away from the headers.
So yeah, shout out to Cooks for always bringing the A game.
They definitely took their time with these ones when it came to R&D.
I just want to do a quick clip. Kyle just finished up a little front tank heat exchanger install on a fresh Blackwing. Probably done one of these clips before, but just to kind of show y'all how she fits. How my man does the drain. Probably can't see nothing, it's super dark. Let me see. So that's the drain setup. And then you got the tank. Man just did headers, heat exchanger, front tank. Like just some slight bolt-ons. About to get our first startup. See what she sounds like. It's gonna stink. It sounds pretty good, dude.
Sounds way different than a ZL1. car was already warm. Very deep tone.
Sounds pretty good.
Leave the stock muffler, folks. I don't know why people get rid of the stock muffler that has the valve. I mean, you can get an aftermarket with a valve, but it ain't the same.
Yeah.
It ain't.
So, yeah, definitely leave your stock mufflers because this sounds just about perfect to me.
Yeah, now time to mix power with it. See what happens.
Yep.
So we gotta get the other one back in, the one we broke the record with. That one don't even have headers on it, so
Yeah.
he's gotta come in soon.
Yep.
Well, I still remember how to do these.
Yeah, he's got them on the shelf, I think, back there. So.
Yeah, no, they were like the first set we had. We had him here for a few months.
Yeah.
He's just a busy guy, and
Yeah, he's busy.
it's his wife's daily, so she's always driving it.
Yep. So, all right, y'all. Well, that wraps it up for right this second.